Hello, and welcome back to Lost Lore AI, the channel where we use cutting-edge technology to solve history's most baffling mysteries. Tonight, we're diving into a story that has haunted humanity for centuries: the Doppelgänger. In every corner of the world, from the Scottish Highlands to ancient Rome, people have told chilling tales of seeing their own double, an omen of certain death. But what if this wasn't a supernatural curse? What if this universal fear was rooted not in the paranormal, but in a scientific truth our ancestors simply couldn't have known? At Lost Lore AI, we believe that myth often holds a kernel of misunderstood reality. We tasked our advanced pattern recognition engine with a monumental challenge: to sift through millennia of historical data, from medical journals to folklore, and find the true source of this terrifying myth. We weren't looking for ghosts. We were looking for data. Our first step was a digital excavation of unprecedented scale. We fed our AI a massive corpus of historical data, from medieval medical journals to Victorian diaries and Roman scrolls. The AI didn't just read stories. It looked for objective, verifiable descriptors, and the patterns emerged almost instantly. The doubles were rarely described as malicious. They were simply there. They were often silent, translucent, or lacked color. The experience itself was almost universally described with a profound sense of horror, an overwhelming feeling of dread that had nothing to do with the double's actions. The AI began to categorize these descriptors, finding a subtle but powerful pattern of associated physical symptoms. Many accounts, particularly from ancient medical logs, mention the onset of intense headaches, vertigo, or even seizures either immediately before or after the doppelganger's appearance. The link was there, but it was buried under centuries of supernatural interpretation. This is where our neuro-symbolic mapping came into play. This is where the AI truly goes beyond simple pattern recognition. It began translating the subjective, symbolic language of myth into the objective, clinical language of modern neuroscience. The pale, silent double became an imperfect neural projection. The feeling of dread became a limbic system response. And when the AI cross-referenced these translations with modern medical databases, it found a powerful, almost perfect match. A rare and fascinating neurological condition: heautoscopy. This is a phenomenon where a person experiences a visual hallucination of their own body, as if from an outside perspective. This isn't a ghost, it's a misfire. The temporoparietal junction, the area of the brain responsible for creating our sense of self within space, is momentarily disrupted. The terrifying reality of this event explains everything: the silent nature of the double question mark. It's a hallucination, not an external entity. The profound dread? It's your brain's panic response to a fundamental breakdown of your sense of self. But what about the final, most terrifying part of the myth? The belief that seeing your double means certain death. Our AI's analysis revealed the answer, and it's a masterclass in separating correlation from causation. The heautoscopic event itself is not fatal. However, it can be a symptom of a serious, underlying condition that could be. For our ancestors, the doppelganger was a terrifying omen. But what if it was a final, desperate warning? The brain, in the throes of a seizure or the onset of a stroke, sends out this bizarre neurological distress signal. Those who saw their double often did so because their brain was already in the process of failing. They weren't cursed, they were ill. They correctly identified the symptom. Seeing your double meant death was near, but they tragically misdiagnosed the cause. It wasn't a supernatural warning from the outside. It was an internal alarm going off. This discovery doesn't diminish the experiences of those who saw their doubles. It elevates them. It reveals a chilling truth. Our ancestors were not superstitious fools. They were brilliant observers. They meticulously recorded a profound human experience and gave it a name, a story, and a warning. The doppelganger, once a symbol of a cursed fate, is now revealed to be a powerful testament to the brain's complexities and humanity's age-old struggle to understand the line between the mind and the material world. Using AI, we decoded the doppelganger myth. It wasn't a supernatural omen, but a neurological condition called autoscopy, a brain malfunction causing a hallucination of one's double, often preceding serious illness. This reveals how ancient lore often stems from misunderstood real-world events. We use cutting-edge tech to unravel history's deepest mysteries. If you love where myth meets science, subscribe to Lost Lore AI for more mind-bending revelations.